Verse 21. An inheritance gained hastily at the beginning will not be blessed at the end. You know, this is talking about what we might call a windfall. You get an inheritance, money that you didn't have, money that you didn't earn, that comes to you suddenly, hastily. But Solomon here says that in the end, it doesn't go well. It's not blessed at the end. And why would that be? Well, I think this is actually really easy to see. And many of us, I'm sure, have experienced this or seen this maybe in other families. A lot of times you hear stories about lottery winners, right? Those who win the lottery. And what generally happens to those who win the lottery? Their life turns into a complete and total disaster. And a lot of times, these people are dead within a decade. So many times, obviously not always. Some people, they're fine. But for many people, they're dead within a few years even. And why? Because they came into all this money, and because they didn't have the wisdom to earn the money, they don't have the wisdom to know how to spend it, to know how to invest it, to know how to use it. And this can happen, I think, because in this case, we're talking here about an inheritance. And in Proverbs also, I think it's in Proverbs, it says a wise man gives an inheritance to his children. And so an inheritance is a good thing. But we have to be careful, right, of giving money, especially to young people, right, who don't have the experience and the wisdom to know how to deal with that. So especially if you have a lot of money, which can be destructive, take care. You know, some people have set up trusts, right? A trust to where you can leave an inheritance to your children, but they just kind of get a little bit of it at a time. Because if you give them the whole thing, it could lead to disaster. You know, at a place I used to work, somebody was going around and say, "Hey, anybody want to go in on one of these lottery things? You know, we'll all go in and put in money together, and we'll get a bunch of numbers, 20 different numbers or 50 different numbers, and if one of us wins, we'll all just share it." And there was one of the ladies in the office. I thought it was so wise. I didn't participate, but she thought about it, and she said, "You know what? I'm not going to do it." And she said, "I'm not going to do it because I don't want to win the lottery." And she said, "If I won the lottery, I think it would go very badly." And there's wisdom there, because I think the worst thing that can happen by playing the lottery is not losing the $5. It's what happens if you win the lottery that you have to worry about. So be careful, especially when it comes to these windfalls, large amounts of money. And by the way, I have a note here. There's actually a story in the Bible of this happening and it going poorly, right? The prodigal son. "Dad, give me my inheritance early. I want to be able to spend it right now." And the foolishness of youth. And how does that go? It does not go well. And he shouldn't have done that, right? The father should not have done that. But then Jesus wouldn't have had a story to tell about the redemption of the prodigal son.